everyone, this is Mr. Rios with another tutorial. In this particular case, what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be working on how to make a column graph but comparing two sets of information. First thing you need to do is to have these sets of information. Like in my particular case, I have two sets from students that are doing research on the interaction and the influence of the use of L1 into L2, which is first language over second language instruction. The first set represents the use of L1, which is the first language when the teacher interacts with the students. The second set represents the use of L2, which is the second language when a teacher interacts with students. Alright, once you have information, it doesn't matter what your topic is, you need to have these two sets, and normally what really varies is the title of each of the two sets and the values on this side. The different items, they're definitely or normally the same thing. So we go to insert and then we click right here, and then we go to cluster columns, and I suggest usually to use cluster column if you're the first time doing Excel or if you're not comfortable with the other ones. This is a very simple one. So we click right there. We end up with the blank space right here. It is blank because we have not selected any data yet. So we need to go to select data. We click on select data. Once we select this option, you will have this box. We will go to this icon right here. We click there, and the first thing is that we select the first set of values right here. We'll click back to it, and you'll see that you start having some information on the space that was empty before. You have the different categories. In this case, they are labeled with numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and they have a column representing the values they have for each categories. For category 1, 2, and 3, there is nothing, because if you see over here, the values are 0. If you have a different value over here, then you will have columns over here as well. It all depends on the information you have. In this particular case, these values are 0, so there is nothing. Now we want to change the name of the series, so we click back to no series, then we click edit. We have the series name box right here, so we click the icon, then we go to the top of this set, and the title here is L1 teacher to students. So we click here, and then we click back on the icon, and then we click OK. So now the series is L1 teacher to student. However, I want you to notice that on your chart, it immediately selects that title as the title of your chart. This is going to be changed later, and it's going to be changed automatically, so don't worry about it. Now we need to worry about changing the labels for the different category axis labels right here. At the moment it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we want to have them saying to explain new terms, to explain difficult grammar structures, or whatever else you have over here in your set. So we click on edit, we click in this icon, then we click on the items right here. And remember, you do not select this one because this is the title of the set. You want to click on the items in the set, and you do not click the numbers because you already included the values over here before. So once you have the different labels, you click back on the icon, and then you click OK. So you have already your first set done, and it's inserted right here in your chart. What you want to do now is to move to the second set. So you need to add a new set or new series. So you click add. It will ask you for the series name. So you click on this icon, you go to this particular cell where you have the title of your second set, click back on this icon, and now the series values, which are these numbers over here. So we click in this other icon, so you have to be very careful not to click back on this one. You click over here, and then you click and select these items. Then you click back on this icon, and then you click OK. As you notice, now you have the second set included into your chart, and the labels in the categories, since they're pretty much the same, with the only difference that this ones have 1.1 and this is 2.1, we can just leave it like that and then edit it later. Alright, now Once you have all the information you need, which is the two sets or the two series with the correct labels, you click OK and you have your chart. However, there are other items we need to include. To include the title, the axis labels, the different labels around, we go to Add Chart Element. We click on Add Chart Element and we select Chart Title. Go to Above Chart and you have a box right here. With this box you can add title to your chart. So we click 3 times to select the entire text in it, and then we will replace it by, for example, teacher to student interactions. Teacher to student interactions. And now we're going to add the different axis titles. So we go to Add Chart Element, Axis Titles, and we will work first on the primary horizontal title. We had a new box down here. Again, click 3 times, and now we're gonna type a new title. In this case, I can type something like types of interactions. Now we also need a vertical title, so we go back to Add Chart Element, Axis Titles, Primary Vertical, and now we got the vertical title right here. 3 times, and then this one could be times for each interaction. Alright, so this side tells me in numbers what was the amount of times or the number of times that each interaction happened, and this tells me which were the different types of interaction I observed in the classroom. In your case, depending on your graph, you will write down the labels that correspond to the information that you're presenting in the graph. Now, we want to have also the data labels on top of every single column so that you know what each column represent. So you go to Add Chart Element, you go to Data Labels, and then normally we want to use the outside end because it shows the data at the top, just like this. Now remember that here I have 3 zeros because these zeros represent the values for the first 3 items or categories here. Okay, now there is one more type of information I need in my chart. This chart has blue and red columns, but there is nothing that says what blue or red stand for. So we need to tell whomever is reading this chart what of these two colors represent. So we go back to Add Chart Element and we go to Legend. In Legend, you have different options to place the legend around your chart. In this case, legend is very short, and it's those 2 items. I will select top. So I have it right here. Now we're ready to move the chart to a new sheet, and we can be ready to copy it and paste it into a Word document or anywhere else you want, PowerPoint or anything. So let's go to Move Chart, click a new sheet, and we can name this chart or this sheet the same name as the chart, and we type teacher to student interaction, and then you click OK. And as you see, you have the entire title with the legend, with all the titles here, and the labels, and every single information you need for your chart. So I hope this tutorial is useful to you, and don't hesitate to write suggestions or comments. If you want me to do a tutorial or anything else, just please let me know. Thank you very much for watching.